Hey gang, what's going on? We're here to talk about a film. We're gonna just do kind of a random review, but we're gonna give this one a second chance. Okay? I really didn't like much about this in the theater, in the cinema, but I had a little bit of change of heart, and I ended up liking a lot of it. There's still some stuff I had problems with, but overall, there was some really cool stuff in it. And so let's just jump into it. We're going to talk about Thor Ragnarok. Alright, starring, of course, Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Kate Blanchett. Man, I can't even see anymore. Idris Elba, Jeff Goldblum, Carl Urban, Mark Ruffalo, and Anthony Hopkins. All-star fucking cast. What can I say about this? This takes parts from two stories, really, comic book wise. I do a Thor review while wearing a Superman t-shirt. I just noticed that. But DC forever. Anyway, it takes place with the Ragnarok story. Okay, that's part of it. And then we mix it with Planet Hulk, which is another storyline, and I'm talking comic book storylines. I'm not super familiar with the Ragnarok story. I do know about it, and I know some specifics about it. Planet Hulk I know very well. Hulk is my go-to guy in Marvel. I've always been a fan of the Incredible Hulk. He is my Marvel #1. He is a troubled being, okay? But Planet Hulk is probably one of the best stories written for the Hulk in, over 20 years. It is absolutely phenomenal. It follows, the follow-up World War Hulk is almost as good. But Planet Hulk is where the story takes place. The story of Planet Hulk, which they touch on in this film a little bit, is that there's a form on Earth of a lot of heroes called the Illuminati. And they are setting up for what a civil war is, okay? So what you get from this is, hey, nobody wants the Hulk on their team because... Nobody wants the Hulk on the other person's team because he's the Hulk. So they trick him into going out into outer space, and then he finds out it's a trick, gets pissed off, starts tearing the ship apart, gets sucked into this whatever space term you want to use, and lands on Sakaar. Okay, where he quickly becomes their champion, and overall in the story, towards the end of it, he becomes king of this planet, has a son named Scar, a wife that ends up getting killed, and gets pissed off enough to come back to Earth and say, hey, who the fuck sent me? So, that's the Planet Hulk gist, okay? Now, Ragnarok I don't know so much about, but it is tied in there big time. Especially the opening scene, which is most definitely one of the best scenes in the film. The opening, the first and the third act, I don't even know if that's generous enough. The first fight and the last fight are absolutely fantastic. Everything in the middle is, come on, man. It's, well, anyway, we start out the film, Thor's captured. This gigantic fucking fire demon monster is ready to kill him. We got a little bit of comedy from Thor, and this time around I went into it knowing, alright, this director's going to take a little comedic thing to it. We're going to lighten Thor up. We're going to make it a little fun, okay? So, I ended up being okay with that. The only part, there's two parts that I have a problem with in this film now. The part where Thor and Hulk are in their bedroom quarters, whatever it's called, and the Hulk is all pouty But now that I watched it again without being, what the fuck? In the arena, you know, on Earth, everybody hates Hulk. Everybody tries to get Hulk to go away. Everybody fights Hulk. Now, this is the Hulk persona. This isn't Bruce Banner. On Sakaar, he's a champion. Everybody chants his fucking name. His head is everywhere. They have masks, and they have green smoke clouds, and the Hulk, 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 Hulk. Everything's, you know, about the Hulk. So when he gets his feelings hurt by Thor saying, you know what, everybody does hate you on Earth, and he drops the weapon, and he walks off and he pouts on his bed, it does tear him down, it does put him there, but I feel, and I felt like it the first time I watched this, and I feel kind of now the same about, man, you downplayed the Hulk enough, you made him like a child. But then I think, you know, we've never really seen the Hulk in this state. They didn't go over this in the comic book. If I remember right, Thor wasn't even in the comic book. It was Beta Ray Bill, who is kind of a Thor. You have to look him up. He's like a horse alien thing. But anyway, it was him and Silver Surfer and the Hulk. But anyway, we have Thor there. We have Thor there for a reason. We have Loki there for a reason, okay? So, past the Hulk. Get over the Hulk. They're like, get over the Hulk. And I'm like, all right, man. We'll get over the Hulk. Let's watch this. Thor and the Valkyrie have a little bit of a connection there. Their story's kind of funny there for a little bit. The Hulk is still, you know, funny. He's just a big goof, but he's champion. So we get past that. Now we enter Jeff Goldblum's character. And the first time I watched this film, I was so upset with this character. First off, I don't know who the fuck he is. If he was in Planet Hulk, I don't fucking remember him at all. He's that forgettable of a person. Jeff Goldblum, I have to take in strides. Certain things I'm a fan, and then certain things I'm, The Fly, Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2. Some of the other stuff, but this one, he really got on my fucking nerves. All his stupid shit with that Tase melter thing, and his colorful bullshit, and flamboyant personality, really got on my nerves. This time watching it, however, I had a different mindset, because on the Blu-ray DVD combo, maybe on the DVD, I'm not sure, there is an exclusive short, Team Daryl, on here. Plus the gag reels. The gag reels are hilarious. But Team Daryl. What this is Jeff Goldblum, and he's so forgettable I don't even remember what his name is. The all-powerful something. We'll just call him Jeff Goldblum. He's on Earth, and he's decided to conquer Earth. He has moved in with a British guy named Daryl. Okay? And he plans on taking over the Earth. And this whole short, which is funny as shit, is shot kind of like The Office, but way fucking funnier than The Office. Unless I'm talking about the British Office, which is funny as shit. But our Office sucks ass. But it's filmed that way. You get it. The interviews, the close-ups, whatever. And there's just so much funny shit in there that it makes you really, you know, okay, this guy's just like this, normal. He's not trying to push this guy on us. This is how he fucking is. It's hilarious. Okay? So, at the end of the day, watching this film, I watched everything. I listened with an open mind, knowing what I was getting into, because I'd already watched it. And I have to say that while it's not the original Thor, which is, you know what, that's not even fair. This is the Thor movie that should have been made. This is a good Thor movie. The only thing that I cannot overlook in this whole fucking movie is that psychedelic Willy Wonka fucking track. That pushing him down the thing with the Willy Wonka music in it is trash. It's garbage. It should be cut from the floor. Just put him in the chair, and next thing you know, he's in front of Jeff Goldblum. That's it. That piece of shit right there sets the tone for the next part of the film, and I realized that, and I didn't let it bother me. The first time I watched it, we meet the Jeff Goldblum character after we have this psychedelic Willy Wonka bullshit, which I'm a huge fan of Willy Wonka. I don't know why they did this. It's silly. It's crazy. And then Jeff Goldblum, which sets it up for I'm already pissed off. Who the fuck's this guy? Why the fuck did he just disintegrate this guy? Who the hell is he? You know? But this time I knew what I was getting into, so I got into it and I watched it and I really liked it. Overall, the second chance viewing of this film, I really, really liked it. It could possibly be my favorite Thor. I don't remember the first Thor a lot because I haven't watched it in a while. The second Thor I do not like. Thor Dark World or whatever. I was watching reviews on this before I even decided to watch it. Trying to get myself in the mood to say something positive about this, guys. Tell me something positive. And while I don't agree with this, one of the guys said Thor Ragnarok is the Winter Soldier of Thor. Because Winter Soldier was, and still is, the best Captain America film. They're comparing this to that, which I do not agree with. But I see what they're saying in believing that until I watch the original Thor again, I have to say that this is the better Thor. So, after watching Thor Ragnarok for a second time, I have to give it a must-watch film. I have to put it on the shelf as a decent Marvel movie and say that I was wrong. So let's hope in a few weeks, when The Last Jedi comes out, that I'm wrong again. I'm looking forward to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I'll go into it with an open mind. Ugh. Ugh. Same thing with Justice League, I think, comes out next week. I'm okay with Justice League. I really was. But it was nothing mind-blowing. So I'm waiting again for a... Okay, guys, give it to me. I know what to expect. So there, we'll see. We'll see what happens in there. So I think I'm going to do a lot more of these, just not even giving them a title. I'm not even calling them random reviews or nothing. I'm just going to review a film. And not really review a film because I don't really like that. It's an overview. It's my feelings of a film. I guess it's the same thing as a review. Hopefully, next will be Darkest Hour. I have not made it through this film. I have probably 30, 45 minutes left in this film. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is a must fucking see. Gary Oldman, who has deserved Oscars for Best Actor before, worked his ass off for this one. I stand beside the statement that he should have won Best Actor for Dracula. Although Keanu Reeves almost ruins the movie for me and a lot of people, him as Vlad is, wow, top-notch. Top-notch stuff. The man of many, many, many faces has finally earned his Oscar. I don't even say that, won his Oscar. because he has earned it over and over and over again. And I'm totally pleased with that film. And if you've not seen it, please watch it. It is, even if you don't even know who the fuck Winston Churchill is. And I'm telling you, when I was watching this, I'm going to ruin my fucking video. I'll say it again, though. When I was watching this film, I was also, now this was the first time watch, I was also, I'd get to parts like the speeches, and I would listen to it, pause it, pull it up on YouTube, and look at Churchill's real stuff, and I'm like, it's so uncanny. I mean, I'm not going to go on like they do in the special features, like, you couldn't tell a difference, and blah, 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 because you could tell it was Gary Oldman, just by the eyes. But in a fantasy world, looking at Winston Churchill's, he had everything down pat. But that's another video. Sorry to take 16 minutes of your precious time watching this video. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Don't feel any pressure to do so. I just promise to do what I do, good or bad. So until next time, guys, later.